one's watching, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just getting it warmed up.
Okay. Big CUs.
Here we are, PSGL Modern Classic Event round 3 and 4. Australia and Abu Dhabi.
Let's just see who we're missing.
They mess in this lobby.
No.
Good.
I am CC.
Yeah,
good evening everyone and welcome to round 3 and 4 for the PSGL Classic event. Today we're going to be going to Australia in the Brawl in 2009, then we're going to Abu Dhabi in the 2010 Classic cars. And while we're waiting for the last few drivers to come in the lobby, we're going to be joined by a few drivers, including the man of the moment. The man who's looking to become the inaugural PSGL Modern Classic event champion after winning in Monza, then in the wet at Silverstone. Bagassi, it's a big day for you. You know, you did the double-double. You've won a constructors, but you know, a classic championship. You know, that could really spice up your CV, couldn't it?
Exactly. You know, a lot has happened in the last week. Dominated the classic event so far. Commentated race of champions. My career is taking off.
Exactly, and you know, you've been really attuned to these classic cars, haven't you? You know, got really used to it. And you know, are you confident about tonight's races?
You know, Con, I'm a bit like you. A man of the past. You know, not in the present day isn't my forte. You know, slacking a bit, but take it back a decade when some people at PSGL were 1 year old, and I am thriving. And I'm loving it. I hope we could do a whole season of classic cars, and tonight I will be the champion of the world.
Good. I'm just going to take the opportunity to invite these people to the party. So, 1 second. Don't know why I'm even the host. There's no players, it says. Yeah. Never mind. Anyway, let's move on to someone who's got a lot of PSGL experience. Greeny, you couldn't race last week for whatever reason, but you know, you've watched F1 for many years. You know, how emotional would it be for you today? You know, driving. You know, later in those 2010 cars. You know, you're a Sebastian Vettel fan. You won't be in a Red Bull, but you know, should it be emotional to drive in that era of car?
It's such an emotional day, Big C, to be present in the moment of these beautiful cars. You know, it's truly a wonderful experience, and I'm very happy to be part of this event.
Good, and obviously a bit about the Brawn as well. You know, any thoughts on that?
It was a magnificent car, wasn't it, with those green brake discs. Everyone loved it, and the thought of Jenson Button coming across the line singing "We Are the Champions" brings back happy memories for all. Good. Anyway, has anyone else got any final thoughts before I leave?
Luke is fake.
Good. Well, good luck everyone, and yeah, whatever. Yeah. Fucking utes. Alright, so we'll just wait for the final people to get in the lobby, and we'll have a look at the chat while we're here. Callum Anderson, Alfioli, and Shelley. So good to see a female driver in the chat. So we're just waiting for the final 3 drivers to join. This one. So yeah, just waiting for the final 2 drivers to join. I'm not sure who we are missing. Oh. I'll look in the comments in the side. We're inviting one driver who can join. Okay, there we go. I've just invited someone. Let me just read the comments in the chat. So have a look. Not fucking loading. But there we go, there we go. Hello Machine Finishy, Skeven and Steve, Roscoe, and hello, 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 hello. Hello everyone. So yeah, we're just waiting for the... Just waiting for one man to join. Then we should be good. So while we're waiting, we'll just go through the championship standings. So give me a second to get them up. The classic PSGL standings was as follows. Bugatti leads the way on 60 points, followed by VRT Midnight on 44. Then JJTEX on 41 points. And I don't think JJTEX or Midnight are actually here, so it's a bit of a disappointment in that regard, but it is what it is. Yeah. Oh, useless, useless, useless. Yeah, okay, so we've got 20 drivers in the lobby, so we can just focus on the commentary and the stream now. So here we go, round Albert Park, Melbourne, in the 2009 Brawn car. So sorry if my PS4's a little bit too loud, I'll move away from it. But so yeah, it's going to be one-shot qualifying, 25% race, obviously fixed car setups. So yeah, decent, decent. So let's see how this plays out. Will Bugatti take the title? And to be honest with the turnout, so we've got one-shot qualifying, then a 25% race in the legendary Brawn car. Obviously won the 1-2 here back in 2009 with Rubens and JB, and obviously took the title and constructors. The drivers and constructors. So, you know, an iconic car. And I drove this car a few weeks ago actually, and it's pretty fun. Quite easy to drive actually with the rear end, so yeah. Hopefully it's an exciting event with lots of good battles and on-track action and drama. So it's going to be a one-shot qualifying around Albert Park, one of my best tracks, one of my favourite tracks. Very nice flowing tracks. Barrier's very close, a bit of a semi-street venue. And we've got Callum Anderson telling me to shut up, so Callum will see you crash in qualifying, I'm sure. So there we go. Just retweeted my stream, and we'll see how qualifying goes. Oh, JJTEX is here actually, so yeah, it's good to see JJTEX is here. I didn't see him, so we do have a title battle really, you know, upon us, which is good to see, because if Jay wasn't here, Alfie would have been crowned champion of the world. So, in the words of David Croft. So let's go on board with Jolie Arden Manu, Mr. Tuesday Night himself. Let's see what he can do through turn one. Negotiates that very nice, and there's Mr. Giuliano Manu down in P11 at the minute in the Brawn. Bugatti's already up to P1, 52nd, and Laggy Person's third. So interesting stuff to see. And look at this beautiful yellow and white Brawn. This brings back all the memories. 2009 was the first season I watched Formula 1, so a lot of good memories, and yeah, one of my favourite seasons for sure. As we've got Joel up to 6th, lots of movement there. Matsulica's P5, Greeny P4, so really a lot of movement already as we head through into the second sector. As Matsulica's actually bend it, so I guess that's what he just does. So let's see what Joel can do. Natural talent comes to the fore in these cars, and Greeny's 4th, JJTEX 3rd, Bugatti, and then Fishy is leading the way. If this is a surprise visible way down in 17th with the two-time F1 champion. Let's go through the left-right chicane of turn 11s and 12. A lot of carb there from Joel Diamano. I believe he has actually invalidated, so let's go on board with maybe someone a bit further, but maybe a bit of Bugatti, the championship contender. The championship leader, of course, winning the first 2 races. One's a little bit wide there, but the mini-map doesn't highlight as red. So let's see what Greeny... Bugatti's messed up. Bugatti's messed up. The title's contender messes up in the final sector. So I think it's going to be Fishy on pole. It is indeed. Fishy takes pole ahead of JKZ. Toxic Master, Greeny, Sterling, Forbes, Lordy, 3 gloves, Catalanson and Bugatti. So Bugatti down in P10 has got a lot of work to do, as Lickle has been disqualified. So not great for Lickle box there or Guardian Manu, but it is what it is. So there it's Fishy on pole, then Jay, Toxomoto, Green and Sterling, then it's Forbes, Lordy, 3 gloves, Callum and Bugatti rounding out the top 10. So out of nowhere, the F3 start, TSR Fishy is on pole position while Jay is second. So obviously in terms of the title race, that's very important because Jay does really need to outscore Bugatti by a good amount of points to get his name right up there again in terms of the title battle. So yeah, it's Bugatti on 60 points and Jay on 41 points, and it is 30 points for a victory, 25 points for second, then 22 points for third. So it's good to see lots of comments and lots of viewers. So obviously the new PSGL season will be starting very soon. We've got pre-season taking place in F6 tomorrow and across the weekend and Monday in our other leagues, with the actual season starting on Tuesday in Formula Performance, our realistic car league, at 8 PM on Tuesday. So yeah, Tuesday we'll be starting the season properly in Bahrain. Yep, Roscoe, it's good to see there's lots of comments. Doesn't matter who they're from. So there we go, the formation up is underway. It will be Fishy leading the way, and Roscoe coming, because keep the comments coming. It's always good to see the support on the PSGL channel. As we've got this little classic event coming to an end tonight, as the actual season will start on Tuesday, as I've just said. So yeah, Fishy will be on pole with Jay and Toxic, the two title contenders. Jay in second, then Bugatti in 10th. Obviously if Jay and Bugatti do DNF, then I'll leave it open to someone else, but we'll soon find out how it all plays out. And obviously no DRS, no cars, you know, proper racing, real racing, pure racing, whatever you want to say. So yeah, obviously no pit stops necessary due to these random tyres. Just having enough tyre life for the whole race. But as we saw in the Ferraris especially, there was a lot of good on-track action. Interesting to see that 3 gloves actually has red gloves. So a bit of customisation there from 3 gloves. Callum Anderson with his black gloves like everyone else. Bugatti's on the grid already in P10. Hashman's 11th, Blizzard 12th. Okiki's another one with those red gloves. Maxi, Zexa, Skeven, who's just lost it on formation lap. Nickel Blocks, Jolyon and Manu, CC Brain, and that laggy person down in P20 with a bit of a dirty looking helmet, it has to be said. So will Bugatti or JX take the title, or will it be someone else? 60 championship points on offer for these 2 rounds. So yeah, certainly a JDNF with a strong points finish from Bugatti will have him the title, but a lot of work for Bugatti to do in a track which, even with DRS and it is actually very tricky to overtake on. So we'll see how it all plays out. Oh, I'll turn the volume on it. Audio. There we go. Let's try that. So hopefully that's a bit better, but I'll speak a bit louder. So here we are on the grid for the 5 red lights here in Australia. It's Machine Fishy on pole, and he gets away a little bit slowly there. JKX with a great start. Actually, no, it was a bit of a slow start from JKX. So yeah, Fishy leads into turn 1. JKX is second. Toxic Tomato, and there's been a spinner already. There's all sorts of carnage going on further down. So we'll see how that all plays out. Lordy looks to have had a big problem But yeah, keep me updated as we've got a safety car already. So yeah, a safety car has been deployed. I'm not sure why. Bugatti's already up to P5. Stunning stuff. So what's happened down here? Sterling, Forbes has got damage. So yeah, Steven, just let me know about my mic. As that laggy person is out. So disastrous for him. But yeah, just let me know about the mic. So obviously I can't hear, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, Lewis Milam's wheels broke. That is a disaster for Lewis Milam. Maybe he should have gone for the shower after all. So yeah, we are under safety car conditions now. So it'll be a time to just take a breather, but look at that. Bugatti from 10th to P5. And that's fine, Roscoe, that's good to hear. Lewis Milam is out. Useless. Useless, useless. Yeah, a chance for me to just take a bit of a sip of water. So let's see the position changes. Bugatti got 5, Callum Emerson up 3, but look at that. Sterling and Forbes must have had a bit of a collision because both drivers are down 13 spots. But obviously for the lower guys, it is a chance to pit, get some new tyres on, but also change your front wing angle, get it lower, let's have a bit more straight line speed. So that could be very interesting. Let's see who does decide to pit out these lower guys. Oh yeah, a lot of cars in actually. There must have been all sorts of damage going on. So yeah, a busy pit lane. Hopefully there's enough garages for everyone. As Fishy is shaking, you know, the F3 driver. Not really used to being on point. Look at all these front wing changes going on. It must have been a disastrous first lap for, how many cars was that? 8 cars? 9 including that lucky person. So yeah, a busy pit lane. And look at that man, in P9, Maxi Luca. Returning to F3 next season, up to P9. So much natural talent. Often does like to bottle it, but the man has got a lot of pace and talent at his disposal. So interesting to see what sort of progress he can make, but always one to spin out at some point. So let's look further up this man, TSR Fishy, the F4 champion. No, it's not the F4 champion, sorry, that's Jake Carty. But Fishy did drive like a champion on many occasions in F4, so we found that's why he got promoted to F3. Due to his consistent, strong drives. So yeah, to be ahead of the likes of Jay, who's won a couple of races in F1. Top Suit Tomato, the F2 champion Greeny, an FP extraordinaire, and obviously Bugatti, the classic championship leader right now. So Fishy certainly will be under pressure, but he'll certainly would enjoy it. And as Roscoe's kindly pointed out again, no DRS, and there's no curves either, so it's going to be very tricky to actually make a move unless you really launch it. So yeah, still under safety car conditions. I don't think it's going to be in this lap, looking at it. No, the lights are still flashing, so the safety car will be staying out yet another lap. So yeah, a bit of a shame, but there was Australia, you know, in real life, definitely had lots of first lap action, first lap collisions on in over the years, really. So it's no surprise to see issues again on the opening lap. So yeah, lap 3 will be 15 laps, and obviously we've got Abu Dhabi afterwards in the 2010 cars. So we're looking to have some of the, let's say the F6, F5 sort of drivers in the Red Bull, then, you know, there are everyone else in the McLaren or Ferrari. So that should be quite juicy, hopefully. And Zexa's in pit lane. So yeah, the safety car conditions, I'm sure we'll be seeing a safety car again at some point, because due to the nature of the circuit, really. You know, these close walls, very tight circuit, tricky to overtake, tricky to make moves, and obviously these drivers not really used to these cars. So I expect to see maybe a couple of more crashes as the race progresses, but obviously I don't really want to see another safety car, given it sort of ruins the flow of the race and the action, as Callum Anderson's really pushing under the safety car, nearly crashing into Greeny and Bugatti, who of course can become the inaugural classic champion. And I watched Maxi test someone's share play, and the McLaren's faster, mainly because of the straight line speed. Like the McLaren, it's got a bit of understeer, but a lot faster in a straight line, so it's easy time to gain in the McLaren. So yeah, the McLaren's definitely faster, but the Ferrari a bit lighter, a bit better in the final sector. And obviously the Red Bull slow on the straights, but immense in the corners and in the traction braking zones. So I think if I was choosing, I'd probably go for the McLaren, just given it's got that top end and gaining time on a straight. It's just easy. You don't need as much. You don't need any skill really to gain on the straight, do you? So McLaren would be my choice. So yeah, the safety car is in this lap, and there's a bit of a gap from Greeny. So yeah, Greeny really does need to close up, as the safety car will be coming in at the end of this lap. As we've got Lewis Millam messaging me the slag. So we've got the safety car is in, and we're going to be underway here at Albert Park, Melbourne. It's going to be TSR Fishy leading us with Jagetex and Toxic Tomato right behind. So here we go. A great restart from Fishy, and there's a bit of action going, side-by-side action going on between Greeny and Bugatti. Bugatti, the title contender, is on the outside. Let's go on board with Bugatti. Greeny on the right, Bugatti on the left. Greeny raised late and swoops, but Greeny very aggressive there. Side-by-side action and good defending there from Greeny LFC. Experience from the Filey man. I see actually there's a P7 as well. So good defending there from Greeny, but it's Bugatti in 5th. Let's look further down. Maxi Luca GT5 really hanging in there with 3 gloves, one of the site veterans. So Maxi Luca around the outside of 3 gloves and gets the move done. So a great move there from Maxi Luca as 3 gloves goes wide, and that allows Sterling to get through. Oh, 3 gloves has lost it. Disastrous for 3 gloves, and he's out of the session. So a big shame there for 3 gloves. You know, really was getting used and abused there, as Maxi Luca's now up to P7 past Callum Anderson. So yeah, Maxi's got the pace, he's got the skill and the quality to make through. The Field Blizzard's made a mistake now and he's up to P6. So Maxi Luca's on a charge here in Melbourne. So Jagetex says we're up to off from another time penalty, which is disastrous for him. Yeah, Fishy's now a second clear of Jay, which is a surprise, to be fair, but great pace as we got yellow flags, but no safety car, thankfully. So Toxomato is 3rd, Greeny's 4th, Bugatti, then Maxi Luca GT5 up to P6, Blizzard 7th, Sterling, Lickle, then Callum Anderson, P10ers. Fishy sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 21.5, and he's 9/10 clear off the F1 driver Jagetex. So great pace so far from Fisher. Yeah, a little bit inexperienced from 3 socks there, but it's easily done given there's not actually much downforce on these cars and easy to run wide. So let's go on board with Lickle, closing in on RLT Sterling, both of them in the RLT clan. Let's go on board with CC maybe. CC and Lordy MK dueling it out for P11. But yeah, Lordy defends the position and maintains P11 there. CC Brain's 12th and Sholiano Manu. That's what Sholiano Manu up the inside of CC Brain. Not quite, as CC Brain nearly hits Lordy there. And he does. Experience from Sholiano Manu. Brilliant stuff as Lickle makes the move on Sterling. So great stuff there. As Bugatti's out. Oh my god. Bugatti's out, and then he's colliding with Greeny. Oh my goodness, for the title race, Bugatti is out after colliding with Greeny. That party is going to be toxic. That's a shame I'm missing out. Crucial for the title race, Bugatti, its title dream up in tatters, up in flames, as we've got another safety car. So I'm going to ask Alfie what happened. But yeah, a collision with Greeny surely has ended his title dream, because Jagetex is going to be picking up at least 20 odd points. So Alfie has it all to do now. The man who says he was going to be the classic car champion isn't going to be the classic car champion right now. Yeah. So Greeny in Lordy's pit. Yeah, let me just get the standings for that. Fishy didn't do the first race, so they'd be level on points with the same. Alfie would win it because he got the wins before Fishy, basically. Oh yeah, I mean, no, to be fair, I mean, if Fishy gets the fastest lap, then yeah, Fishy needs to win and get a fastest lap, basically. Wins both and gets the fastest lap in one. If Alfie didn't have both. But if they both finish on 60 points with 2 wins, then it'll be whoever got it first, and that was Bugatti got the wins first. And Alfie said Greeny spun into me and hit me into the wall and hit his wheel off. So that's what happened to Bugatti. So yeah. But obviously, you know, it does make things more interesting. I think Jagetex is the man though. He was only 16 points off the lead before this race, and he's going to be picking up 25 points going into Abu Dhabi. But one man I really want to talk about is this man, Maxi Luca GT5, up 10 places in the first 6 laps. You know, that is just experience. So this man has won races. He's done it. He's been there and done that over the years. He's going to be retiring after one final season in F3, and he's just really showing us what talent he's got at his disposal when he puts his mind to it. Or maybe when not everyone has to practice. You know, when no one practices, talent and raw skill come to the fore. And I think that's what Maxi Luca has. He just doesn't have the dedication or the passion to practice. And to be fair, the 2019 cars are a little bit, let's say, dull. So it's going to be interesting to see what Maxi can do on the restart, given the pace he has shown. Let's look at the fastest laps so far, actually. The fastest laps, yeah, it's going to be Fishy leading the way on a 25.1, then 25.2, and obviously the guys further behind really were battling. Also, Tomato's case, he got a corner crossing penalty on his fastest lap, so yeah. And it's a shame that we've had safety cars really ruining the racing. We've not had many laps of racing so far, so hopefully the final segment of the race, there's no more safety cars, to be honest, because we've done more driving on a safety car than actual racing so far, which is a shame, but that's more due to the fault of the drivers really than anyone else, because if no one crashes there's no safety cars, so sort of how it works. Callum, no one's moaning, you slag. So yeah, any other big movers? Yeah, Lickle as well, up 11 places, so credit to him. Also Joliana Manu, up 9. That's what experience gets you, gaining those sorts of positions. Also CC Brain, up to P10, the German, the F2 star, done very well in the first part of the race. So yeah, interesting movements, but with a safety car, it does breed more safety cars, unfortunately. Yellows breed yellows. That's what Martin Brundle says. So I'm just going to just update my standings slightly, just to get the new names in on the driver's standings, so I can update the standings as soon as this race is finished, so I can just give us the points, so I know sort of, you know, who's in title contention and who isn't. So a big DNF there, and obviously QPR Beasts as well. A 5-second penalty for TNR Zexa. Not what you want for Mr. Sawhog there, but that is racing. That laggy person, another DNF. Disappointing. Alright, Cashman, is he? Yeah, he is it. Greeny Maxi CC, good. So I think see the, oh yeah, safety car is in again. So will Fishy nail the restart as he did last time on J Shitex, the Welshman in P2. As CC Brain picks up a time penalty as we're back underway here in Albert Park, and it's a great restart from Fishy. He leads the Australian Grand Prix. James X is second, Toxic Tomato's third, but Maxi Luca under all sorts of pressure from CRG Blizzard. Blizzard goes around the outside, Maxi Luca on the inside, the hardest men to pass in PSGL, but Maxi Luca maintains the position as Blizzard's actually lost it. Oh no, Blizzard's lost it, and yeah, down to P. Joliana Manu hit him. It was Joliana Manu who hit him, so disaster for Blizzard as Maxi Luca's actually up to third. Absolutely stunning drive from this man, Maxi Luca GT5. What a man. Up to P3 already. Liquid Blocks up to P4. These two have been absolutely breathtaking. And you know, to see a driver of Blizzard's caliber make that sort of error just proves how tricky these cars to drive if you don't have the experience. You know, experience obviously is crucial. As JX is applying all sorts of pressure now, the safety car has been in. Fishy's going to have to go defensive surely. JX up the inside into turn 11, but Fishy has the outside line in the position, but Jay will have the up and under, but no, can I get the traction or run out the corner? So yeah, JX is second, Maxi Luca's P3, Liquid Blocks P4, Toxic Tomato P5, then Sterling and P6, CC Brains a strong 7th, Forbes 8th, Greeny's up to 9th now, Calamanson 8th, 11th for Skeven, 12th for Lordy. Not seen much of him so far. Zexa, Joliana Manu has got damage in P14, then it's Blizzard in 15th, OKK with damage as well in 16th, and Cashman. So it's all going on here. Lots of damage, but it's JX applying all sorts of pressure to TSR Fishy, who still has the fastest out of the Grand Prix. at 25.105, which will give him an extra championship point, of course. Crucial in the race for the title as 4 plus with P7. Joel Pitts, Blizzard Pitts, Kiki Pitts, and obviously Cashman will take the pit stop as well. So let's go on board with CC Brain. CC Brain up the inside of Forbes. Oh, they're really congealing that. And yeah, I don't know what happened there. A bit of desync. So let's just move on to gauge attacks. So yeah, I was just replying to Nicholas message, so I do the standings. So let's go on board with Greeny. Where's Greeny? Greeny behind his good friend CC Brain. Let's keep on board with Greeny actually, because he's the closest out of anyone. Can Greeny get the run through turns 11 and 12? He does. CC Brain's going to have to go defensive. The best friends, boyfriends, some would say. So yeah, CC Brain versus Greeny LFC. The battle we all want to see. CC Brain goes defensive and maintains the line. Greeny gets the good exit, but CC Brain cruising up some great action. You know, it's person out there. Greeny goes wide onto the grass and he's in the wall. Disastrous for Greeny. Disastrous there for Greeny. You know, just too much. Bit off more than he could chew there, I think. So it's good to see CC Brain really putting up a fight. You know, just taking no mess. You know, he's not going to be shoved around by his teammate from F2. So good from Greeny there. So yeah, lap 10 of 15, it's officially leading the way. JTEX is second, then Maxi Luca GT5 in third. RRT Liquid F1 is fourth, with Toximato in fifth. So yeah, the title's going to head out. Bugatti, who was leading the way and could have won the title today, or in this race rather, it has DNF. So JTEX was 19 points off and he's scoring 25 points as it stands. So you know, it's a big day for JTEX. And there's another race coming up straight after, so make sure you don't go anywhere, because the action is going to get hotter as we've got Cashman out. Cashman is out. And hopefully that's not another safety car, because I'm sick of seeing safety cars this race. We've seen 2 already in 10 laps. So JTX right behind Fishy. Can Jay, the pad merchant, get close enough to Fishy? He can't, but one man who is closing in, this man, Maxi Luca. Up to P3, up 11 spots. Absolutely stunning from this man, you know. Right there is Cashman really struggling out there. Really struggling, which is not what you want to see now. A man of such quality and experience as Greeny and Lordy are battling actually, and I think there could be more issues, but let's not look at those issues. I want to see the issues. Actually, let's have a look. Where's Lordy? Lordy right behind Greeny. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Greeny with damage, really holding people up as a little sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. So yeah, disastrous there for Lordy, but let's go back on board with Jay Sheetex. So I want to see how close he can get, because these guys are really closing in on each other. Like a concertina effect sort of thing, you know, everyone really closing in the top 5. So it could be a really exciting end of the Grand Prix. So yeah, Cashman unfortunately DNF'd from that one, as in 3 gloves. So I'll update the standings once the race is obviously during the break, as Zex has actually stopped now. But obviously, you know, the top 20 all get the points if they finish. So get to the end and you'll get some World Championship points, which is what you want on your CV. You know, P14 in the Classic Cup. Yum yum. So, officially doing a great job from Jay Chitex. Maxi Luca also third. Lickle is fourth. So let's see Maxi Luca really good through 11 and 12. Making the most of that G29, of course. But yeah, no DRS, of course, no Kers. So yeah, overtaking is that bit more tricky. You need a mistake from the car ahead, really. And whilst I was taking a civil war, it was Toxic Tomato's made a crucial error. Toxic Tomato is got no wings, so he's out. And he's going to have to make a pit stop. Disastrous for Toxic Tomato there. Disastrous. Also, I'm going to look forward to the Greeny Lordy battle. That could really hot up very shortly. So let's see what Lordy and Greeny can do. Can they really lighten up our screens? So yeah, lap 12 of 15, it's really flown by, and it's officially leading the way still, as he did from pole position, ahead of J-Jitex. Max Lickle's up 11, and Max Lickle's up 13, so great for most. And I wouldn't rule up Lickle from the title race, actually, either, with Bugatti DNFing, so... You know, Abu Dhabi is actually going to be a bit of a crazy race. I'm not going to be able to know who's going to win the title, perhaps. Oh my god, Lordy's out. Lordy's out. So disastrous for Lordy there. Bit of a Kazuki Nakajima moment there for Lordy. And he's got Bobby Jagetex. He's got Bobby Jagetex. It looks a bit closer. Closing in on Fishy. Can Jagetex get close enough? No, we can't. No, we cannot. So, and that's very cute, Bosco. I hope you two don't get a lot of good results together, because that's what you want, results, and obviously enjoy it. That's why we're here to race. We're here to enjoy ourselves. So Maxi Luca sets the fastest out of the Grand Prix on lap 13 of 15. That's the yellow flags once again. Can Jade Shadex get close enough? No, he can't. These cars are just so tricky to overtaking, especially when you got other guys not really making any mistakes, really consistent, as these top four have been for the whole race. Great pace from Fishy. Great pace from Jake Shadex, Maxi as well, and Lickle, of course. So, you know, they might have bottled quality, the guys in third and fourth, but they've had great race pace. I think we're going to have to go on board with Skeven, who's closing it on CC Brain, already rubbing the rear of his car. You know, Skeven very fast on his day. Can Skeven look to make the move on CC Brain for P7? CC goes defensive, then cuts back to the racing line, as you should. Great midfield action from these pair, or the two of them. So CC Brain leaves the inside open for Skeven. No, he doesn't. He has the line and maintains P7. So yeah, CC Brain doing a great job maintaining the place. And it looks like anything happening between the top four? No, it's very stationary. No overtakes really happening. Max Luca is 4 tenths behind Jay Shitex and has the fastest lap, of course. So championship extra point, and there's Goldie Arnimani, the man who DNF'd. The fans of Ballymoney tearing up, some would say. Jolie Manu hit Blizzard when Blizzard lost the car. You know, unavoidable for the legendary Jolie Arnimani, as Greeny is now out, but as I don't know what 90% of 15 is. 13 and a half, so he's complete 14 laps to get a point, so he didn't. So now on board with Maxi Luca, right behind Jay Shitex. No, not close enough. Toxic Tomato sets the fastest lap in P10, so he'll get the point, considering he is in P10, so Toxic Tomato is going to be getting that extra championship point. But Maxi Luca, yeah, 2 tenths down is Maxi. Let's go on board with Lickle. He looks closer. Nope, not close enough. What about Forbes? Is Forbes close enough? No, no one's close enough. This man, though, Skeven, close enough to CC Brain. Would he be able to make a grande move on CC Brain? CC Brain's been very aggressive this race. Would he be able to go defensive on from the German as Sterling and Forbes have exchanged positions? Skeven around the outside of CC Brain. Oh, a bit of rubbing going on there. CC Brain very aggressive, a little bit dirty from Corny there. Okay, so let's look further up. Back on board with JTX as Okiki is now out of the Grand Prix. Okiki is out. No idea where he retired, so anyway, we're on the final lap, and it's Fishy who's led from start to finish so far. Will he be able to keep it together and take the checker flag and take those 30 championship points? That is the question. Will he be able to take the victory here at Albert Park? JTX, Maxi Luca and Lickle are just behind, and we've got Sparks in the chat, so hello to Sparks. So JTX has a little bit of a lock up there and cannot get close enough to Fishy. Well, Lickle is really closing in on Lickle is closing really in on Maxi Luca as we come through the final couple of corners. I'm going to go on board with Lickle because he looks closest. Is he going to be able to get close enough? No, he's not. What about Skeven and CC Brain? This is the duel we want to see. Sterling in the mix, CC Brain in the mix. Oh, there's a bit of oversteer behind. Let's keep on board. We'll keep on board with where Fishy is. Fishy's about to round the final corner now, so I'm going to have to go on board with this man. TSR Fishy. He's led from start to finish. He took the pole position in one-shot quali, and he's going to do what Jensen Button did back in 2009. It's going to be TSR Fishy for F3, who wins in Albert Park. A great victory for Fishy. Jay second, Max is third, and Lickle is P4. So great job from those top four. Outstanding pace for more than all deserved to win. As Forbes goes fifth for Forbes. Now CC, and Sterling's now round. So disastrous for those guys. So yeah, disastrous for that. So we'll see how this all plays out. Damage for Sterling, Callum Anderson and P9. So yeah, it's going to be Skeevan, then CC Brain. Callum Anderson will get P. What does CC Callum get? P9. Toxic Tomato will get P10 and the fastest lap. Then it's going to be Zexa in P11. So yeah, outstanding stuff. I've got to say my driver of the race had to be Max DeLuca there. He pulled off some outstanding race manoeuvres early on, up 11 places, and certainly had the pace to win. So yeah, a great job from Max DeLuca there, and also Lickle, of course, gaining 13, and also Skeevan gaining 10 spots. Yeah, Max DeLuca, the star of the race for sure. So yeah, we have another race to come, but one Zexa crosses the line, and Blizzard, of course, I'll just get the standings updated in the interval and just take a little bit of a breather. So there'll be a little bit of a break where I don't speak while I just update the standings, so I can see how it all plays out. So we're just going to get the standings up. So there we have it. A great job from Fishy. So I'm just going to take the moment to update the standings. Yep, good evening everyone. I've just calculated the standings, so it's going to be JSX on 66 points, Bugatti on 60, followed by Lickle on 45, Midnight on 44, Forbes on 44, Callum on 37, Skeeven on 34, Sterling 32, QPRB 30, Fishy on 30 as well. So that's the big points, and obviously Callum Allwards can still win the title. So yeah, Callum, Forbes, Midnight, Lickle, Bugatti and JSX can all take the title. So I'll just check the comments in the chat while we're waiting. So it's good to see Wommer in the chat. And yeah, I have to agree, Fishy was focusing on driving and not the shitty air. So yeah, we've got a mixture. We've got a few Red Bulls in there. We've got the McLaren as well. And obviously, so we've got a few of the solo drivers, the likes of Jolie, Manu, Okiki and Cashman in the Red Bull, and we've got lots of McLarens. We've got a few guys going in the Ferrari, because the Ferrari was my first league racing car, so it's good to see. I think I'm going to have to go with JSX. JSX, very consistent and experienced and can handle the pressure. Alfie, you know, was the favourite. He was 19 points clear of Jay, but now he's 6 behind. So, disastrous for those guys. As it looks like we've got a bit of changing of cars going on. Nickelbox really sorting out the cars. And Nickelbox has actually lit up his green light, so it looks like we're going to be getting underway very shortly. So hopefully we can get underway soon. But yeah, it's JSX on 66, Bugatti on 60, Lickle on 45, Midnight on 44, Forbes on 44, and Callum Anderson on 37. They're the 6 drivers can still win the title. With Midnight not attending, it's those 5. So let's see how Abu Dhabi goes down. Very easy for corner crossing, and to be fair, it's easy to lose the rear of the car, especially in the Ferrari. So let's see how it goes under the twilight of Abu Dhabi. Obviously, 2010 was the year Sebastian Vettel took the title in the final race, having never led the title race that season. Alonso, Webber, Hamilton, even Jenson Button, even Felipe Massa, all at the title championship at some point. But it was the young German from Heppenheim, Sebastian Vettel, who won the first of his 4 titles under the twilight of Abu Dhabi. You know, it's a track that I've gone well at over the years in league racing. Not the most entertaining track to drive, but I do enjoy the challenge, especially the final sector, when you really hook it up and can really attack the curves. But I can see why people do not like it. A lack of character, as Brendan Rodgers would argue. So yeah, so we watch up qualifying. Matthew Luca, the final man in his McLaren MP425. So look, what a car, the McLaren MP425. Well, let's see what JSX can do in the McLaren as we go in qualifying here through the tricky turn 1 section. Takes the curve nicely. So yeah, very conservative but very solid from JSX. Look for the all exchanging, and Maxi Luca maybe isn't there, I don't know. Callum Anderson's out, so Callum Anderson title challenge looks done. Maxi Luca though down in P19. I'm about to cry. But anyway, Bugatti is leading the way, JSX as well, so the title battle between these men is really looking to be at the front of the grid, which is good to see. Bugatti, Skiing, JSX, Fishy, Lickle, Blizzard, Jolie, Manu, Toxic, Forbes and Sterling is the order on the run down into this tricky braking zone. That's really changing. Bugatti a little bit hesitant on the brakes compared to Skeeven, who's now up to P1. So Skeeven up to P1, but the last sector is where the laps can really make or break considering how tricky it is. How much time can be gained also if you invalidate your lap time. So yes, purple sector 2 from Skeven in the McLaren MP4 25, and no Kers, Tom, and no DRS either. Pure real racing under the twilight of Abu Dhabi. So on board with Skeven. What can he do in the final set? So James Dexter down to P5. Bugatti's P2, so the title could be coming home to Alfioli. Up to B2 is Bugatti Lickle. Maxi Lickle's recovered to 14th. Not sure what was happened to him. That man just cannot qualify, but can Skeven secure the pole position? Can he secure the dub in quali? Is Skeven can he do it? And he does. What a lap. 4/10 of a second. Stunning from Skeven there. Absolutely stunning lap from Skeven. 4/10 clear off Bugatti with Jaketex in P3. So yeah, the two title contenders. Really juicy there. So there we have it. Skeven leading the way on a 38.6, and it is Bugatti, J, Lickle, Fishy, Blizzard, Lordy, Sterling, Forbes, and 3 gloves, Zexa, Cashman, Callum Anderson, fail set time, and CC, Toxic, Ukigi, Joel, Greeny, Maxi, all invalidating their laps. So will it be Bugatti or will it be J Shatex? Or maybe Lickle blocks if J and Bugatti really DNF and... So now time for the finale. So yeah, just to repeat, it's 30 points for win the 25 and 22. It's J leading the way ahead of Bugatti. So 6 points is the gap. Obviously Bugatti's got the wins. So really the gap is about 5 points really. So let's have a review of the grid. So yeah, a lot of the McLarens, but there isn't a Ferrari. Now who's the highest Ferrari? It's Lordy MK. Look at the Ferrari though. A nicer looking car, I have to say. And obviously we've got a Red Bull in there as well of 3 gloves. Also we've got Callum Anderson. There we go. Another Red Bull. Cashman. Would have been nice to see a few more Ferraris and a few more Red Bulls on the grid, but you know, it is what it is. It should hopefully be an exciting race for us all. But it would have been nice to see a bit more variation for sure. So who will be the champion? Realistically, it's going to be J, Bugatti, or maybe Lickle if there's a bit of carnage at the front of the grid. And good evening to Cohen. Shoot, assume it's Cohen anyway. So yeah, the driver is going to be taken to the grid for the final time in this modern classic event. Will it be J Shatex, Bugatti, or even the likes of Forbes or Lickle if results go their way? If there's a big crash between J and Bugatti, the likes of Lickle and Forbes could really profit. So they'll line up on the grid for the final time under the twilight of Abu Dhabi here at the Yas Marina Circuit, the place where Sebastian Vettel won his 2010 crown, his maiden crown, where Nico Rosberg won his 2016 crown as well, and who will write their name in the PSGL history books once again. So here we have it. The 5 red lights here in Abu Dhabi. It's Skivan on pole, and we're underway. Skivan leads them away. A slow start from one of the guys behind as Bugatti stays second. Fishy third, Jay's fourth. Then Lickle is P5. Jay up to P3 as well. There's a bit of side-by-side action right behind. Let's have a look. There's a bit of issues up there. Max up to P16 already. So yeah, Skivan leads the way. Bugatti second. Jay's is third. There's actually a safety car again. Fuck's sake, a safety car again. And it's this man, Okiki, causing safety cars, and there's a bit of damage for... Who's that? Who's the damage for? Greeny and... No, who's it? Greeny and Toxic Tomato have got damage. Oh, safety car, safety car, safety car. I'm sick of them. Sick of them. So yeah, another safety car. Oh, look at the Ferrari on board. Stunning. So yeah, another safety car. And yeah. Already... Yeah, back into P7, so that's alright there. So yeah, disaster under the safety car. So yeah. Skivan's 3.2 clear. JG6 is really backing off for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on under the safety car. To be honest, on board with Lordy. What's he up to? What's Lordy up to? Oh yeah, P7 for Lordy. A bit of petulance going on, but everyone maintaining the positions, which is good to see. So yeah, safety car conditions here, but you know, really calming the race down. Maybe we should have turned the safety car off, I don't know. But at least it gives people who got damage a chance to recover and still race. So there's that, but still annoying nonetheless. So I can just update the standings while just change the colours of the colour coding needs to be done properly. So I'll take the opportunity to do that. Then we can have a look at people's helmets, maybe Owen White style. If I can I? Yeah, a bit of a plain helmet there from Skivan. If we can, maybe can we get a good view of him? Well, we can have a better view down the straight of a few helmets. So look at Skivan's. Yeah, Skivan's is alright. Bit of a white and cyan looking one, but doesn't really suit the McLaren. Yeah, JG6 Warful. Look for Bugatti's helmet. Next up, let's look for Bugatti's. Oh, a bit of a black one. I do like that. Fernando wants to have a bit of a black helmet in 2007, so yeah, Bugatti's are not too shabby. Fishy, let's see what Fishy's is. Yeah, another really dark helmet as well. Not sure what I think of that. Let's have a look a bit close. A bit bland. Blizzard, I do like Blizzards actually. White and red, you know, sort of matching the McLaren, sort of, so it's alright. So it's okay, and one sec. So yeah, sorry, interrupting the helmet viewing. So yeah, a bit of a purple one from Lickle Blocks. Very eccentric there from Lickle. Audi as well, going with the purple in the Ferrari. I think that suits a bit more. Sterling for a black. Can't go wrong with black really. But still, look at imagination, I'd say. Yeah, look at 3 gloves as helmet. I think that's what, you know, I like. That's a helmet. Where is he? There it is. 3 gloves. It really suits the Red Bull. I think that's the Sebastian Vettel sort of helmet, really suits the car. Stands out, so yeah, good helmet there from 3 gloves. Cashman, so where's his Cashman? There we go. Not too great, not great at all. Well, actually no, that's not too bad actually, not too bad. I can't really sit. Sexo, no, I'm not a fan of that. Another black helmet, not that there's a dark navy one from Callum Manson there, no. Jolly on the Manu, yeah, Jolly on the Manu I do like. Jolly on the Manu's, you know, it stands out, that's for sure. You're not going to miss that. CC Brine. Yeah, CC Brine. I thought we'd go for a bit more of a German look, but it certainly suits the Red Bull. Forbes, I do like Forbes, not too bad. Maxi Lucas is very nice as well, actually. Haven't seen Maxi's helmet. Let's give it another view. I do like Maxi's actually, very nice as well. We've got Greenie's, not too shabby, and also Akiki's. Yeah, Akiki's isn't too bad at all. So yeah, I think the winner by first place goes to 3 gloves. So yeah, 3 gloves with the best helmet. Suits the Red Bull beautifully, and yeah, really nice design. So yeah, on 3 gloves on the helmet. Also Maxi Luca, also I do like his as well. So yeah, Maxi Luca second, but yeah, 3 gloves taking the victory for the best helmet. So yeah, I don't really want to go through people's helmet designs, but we're on the safety car conditions, so not much else I can do. And it's been taking a bit of time, so yeah, 3 gloves with the best helmet. Which is good to see, so get this section. Oh, there's a few penalties going on, which is not what I want to see. Hopefully the safety car does come in this lap, because I want to see a bit of racing, not more safety car action. Yeah, safety car is in this lap. As Greenies picks up a penalty for hitting Maxi Luca. Like, what is wrong with these people? That's what I want to know. Yep, Dry did catch it just about. Safety car is in this lap. Safety car lights have gone in. So yeah, Jade Jatex, will he be able to take the title? As it stands, Jade Jatex will be the champion. Currently 6 points ahead of Bugatti. So yeah, Bugatti needs to win the race with Jade Jatex in P4. That's what needs to be done. Bugatti wins, Jade Jatex in P4. So we're underway here in Abu Dhabi. Steven leads the way. Jade Jatex is second. I can't really see what's going on. A bit of rear end action going on. Not the best cameras, I've got to say. So let's go on board with Bugatti. Maxi Luca's down to P19. Disastrous from Maxi Luca. Yep, Maxi Luca out, it seems. So disastrous for him. So Steven leads. Bugatti's third. Not enough to take the title right now. Blizzard's P4. Lickle P5. Then Fishy really challenging Lickle for P6 there. That was going to be a juicy battle going on. Fishy really launches it up the inside of the hairpin. As got Sterling down to P18. So let's go on board with Jagetex, and I expect to see a bit more overtaking around Abu Dhabi, and we are going to see some overtaking. Steven versus Jagetex. Steven on the inside, the outside. Jagetex up the inside into the hairpin now, and Jagetex leads in Abu Dhabi. An easy move there. Steven didn't really defend it, and he gets the job done. But will Steven be able to get the exit, the traction, make the most of that F-duct, and get the move back, get the lead back off Jagetex? So let's see what Steven can do. Slipstream. He's getting closer and closer as Forbes is out. Steven round the outside. Jagetex defends beautifully and maintains the position. And you can't overtake in this final sector, really. So Jay's going to maintain the lead until the next lap. And of course, no DRS, no KERS, no ERS. So there's going to be a frantic. And we've got safety car again. So we've got another safety car as Forbes is out of the race. So another safety car due to people's shitty driving, to be honest with you. There's nothing wrong with having a frequent safety car. But when people can't drive, it's just ruins the show. Maybe we should have turned it off, I don't know. But yeah, that's a big loss for Forbes. That means he is now out of title contention. So a shame for Forbes. But yeah, another safety car, which is a shame. As Lordy's actually stopping. So Lordy's in. 3 gloves. Anyone else in? So let's see why Lordy stopped. I don't know if he got a bit of damage. Yeah, he did get a bit of damage. So, and obviously his time bounces as well. So maybe a sensible decision there from Lordy to stop. Green also in. CC Brain Sterling. What about Maxi Luca? This man, Maxi Luca. Up to P12. And has he got any damage? I can't tell. So he has. No, it looks okay actually. So yeah, Maxi Luca's car looks fine. I'm not sure what happened to him on the restart, but yeah, Maxi Luca's up to 12th, and we'll be able to attack Giuliano Manu on the restart. So he plans in 10th, sets up Cashman, 3 gloves in the Red Bull, Fishy, Lickle, Blizzard, Bugatti, Steven, and Jagetex. So let's have a look at the corner penalties while we went. So only one warning for Jay, 1 for Ski, and 1 for Bugatti, and no for Blizzard, and no for Lickle. So that's the penalty situation. so safety car doesn't look like it's coming in anytime soon. Might as well just check the Champions League results while we're waiting. So yeah, 0-0 at the Bernabeu, and I think Lyon are winning against Juventus in France. So interesting stuff in the Champions League. And here we have it, JTX leading the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and is on course to take the Classic Car Championship. And Bugatti will be ruining that collision with Greeny LFC. Will Greeny be the man who cost him the title? I'm going to look at JTX's helmet looks a bit better from this view, actually. A bit better there. But as I said, the man who has the best helmet is this man. 3 gloves. 3 suits of the RB6. Very nicely. I think it's the RB6. Or RB5. One of them. Is it the RB6? I think it is. It is the RB6. RB5 obviously won a few races with Vettel and Webber in 09, but Vettel finished second in the championship. Didn't have the double diffuser at the start of the season, while the Brawn, Toyota and Williams all did, so didn't have that downforce, but obviously the double blown diffuser and all that jazz was really utilised by Vettel and Red Bull in the subsequent years, which led to their domination of the sport. Well, I say domination, certainly 11 and 13. 12 and 10 were a bit closer, 12 especially, but 10 more down to driver error and poor reliability. So, that's 6 of 14. Hopefully the safety car comes in this lap and we won't have any more interruptions, but as it stands, this man, the Welsh Meister, JTX, will be taking the championship, the inaugural Modern Classic, and maybe we'll be running similar types of events in future races, I don't know. Let's look further down. This man, Greeny LFC, what can he do from P16? That's what I want to know. What can Greeny do? This is actually taking out some brake marker. Wasn't a very petulant behaviour from Greeny, it has to be said. And that's not what we want to see from a man who thinks he's me, who wants to be the next PSGL director. You know, that's not what you want to see, people taking the mick. As the safety car is in this lap. Let's see what Greeny's up to right now. You know, this man wants to be PSGL director, and it certainly will not happen, you know, when you're doing this in official PSGL events, and it's all been caught live on stream, so it's not what you want to see from the F2 when there's a gate is actually bombed, and I don't know what's happened, but Skeeven's had a problem. Skeeven, where is he? What's happened to him? Skeeven down to P17, he's had a problem. Skeeven, what's happened to him? What's happened to Skeeven? What happened there? Skeeven from P2 to P17. How does this man keep on doing it? Anyway, let's focus on these two title contenders. JTX versus Bugatti for the title. 6 points is the gap. Bugatti has to win, and hope J finishes 4 or lower. So it's going to be an interesting restart. J versus Bugatti. Let's see how it goes. We're green flag racing here in Yas Marina, and it's JTX leading the way. Bugatti second. JTX really making the most of that curve and really opening up the corner and gains a lot of time from it. So great stuff there from JTX. Third is Blizzard. Fourth is Lickle. Fishy. Fifth. 3 Gloves. Sixth. Cashman. Sexa. Callum Anderson. Johnny Manu. Maxi Luca GT5. Let's go ball with Maxi Luca actually. Johnny Manu going defensive with top smart right behind. So let's see what Maxi can do. He's got the pace. He's got the other bags as Green's out. Embarrassing. Maxi Luca up the inside. Oh my. Maxi Luca very aggressive. A bit too aggressive there from Maxi Luca. We're on board with Toxic Tomato. I'm just going to keep on board with this midfield action. Toxic Tomato, Johnny Manu. Side by side action. I'm going to have to go on board with Blizzard. I'm going to have to. I can't find him. Where is he? No, Blizzard's not close enough. But I will, because this is really juicy. Oh, there we go. I'm going to have to now. Bugatti's made a bit of a mistake, I think. Where is he? Bugatti's down to 4th, so the pressure is getting to him. Bugatti down to P4. Look at this side-by-side action. It's all kicking off. I'm losing track. I'm losing all sorts of track on this little car up the inside of it's Lickle up the side of Blizzard, and Lickle's up to P2 as Jason gets away at the front. Oh, and it's all kicking off in the midfield as well. A bit of rubbing and racing. So yeah, Bugatti's 4th, but it's going to be Jay, Lickle, Blizzard, Bugatti, the top 4, 3 Gloves is 5th, Fishy, Cashman, Sector, Callum Anderson, and Maxi Luca GT5. So let's go with Blizzard, but JTX looks set on course to be taking the championship. Stuck to the tomato. Looks to have binned it as well, so. Embarrassing right in front further down, but Liverpool blocks up to P2. Blizzard third, Bugatti is fourth, and 3 gloves in that Red Bull is P5. So who will be able to set the fastest lap? And it is JTEX, of course, at 39.7, but times will continue to tumble. But there's one man I want to watch, Maxi Luca. What can he do? You know, he's got the pace, and he's got the ability. So let's keep on board with the man from Reading. What can Maxi Luca do in P10? Battling Callum Anderson, as we've got yellow flags for one of the lower guys. Callum Anderson does block it slightly. But yeah, Maxi Luca, I think, can get up to maybe P5 if he keeps up this pace, but he needs to dispatch these slower cars very quickly because he doesn't want to be losing too much time. So yeah, Blizzard is closing in on Lickle, so I'm going to go back on board with that, I think, but no, I'm going to have to go on board with Fishy. Fishy up the inside of the Red Bull. And he's up to P5, so nice move there from Fishy. The Red Bull obviously got no shot at speed compared to the McLaren Mercedes. As Maxi Luca's now up to P9, overtaking Callum Anderson for P10. So back on board with 3 gloves, back in the 6th string with the Red Bull. But doesn't have the straight line speed, but it has the downforce, the braking performance. Looking 3 gloves still into the braking zone, not enough, as Fishy is up to P5. This is where the Red Bull will come alive, this final sector. So yeah, the Red Bull is really coming alive in this final sector for 3 gloves. You know, can really make the most of this downforce, that diffuser. And I have to agree, the no line does take a lot of effort and it's difficult, so I don't blame people who do it as Jay. Then Lickle responds with the fastest lap, so Lickle putting another good performance. It's a shame Lickle wasn't really at the races in Australia, because Australia ultimately is going to be what costs Lickle the chance of winning the title, to be honest. That DNF in Italy, and obviously the DNF for Alfie in Melbourne, just as costly. So it's come all back with Maxi Luca right behind Cashman, as Jolian man who's lost connection, which is a shame. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. So Maxi Luca up to P8, a nice little manoeuvre there. Cashman probably will look to respond. But yeah, Blizzard looks very strong at this first straight, to be honest. It looks very strong at the traction zones, but cannot make the move, not close enough. Yeah, some of these gap angles aren't great, I've got to say. So yeah, Maxi Luca up to P8 in the McLaren. Stephen looks up a time penalty down in P11. Past Lordy boy. Lordy MK, P12. Not close enough, not good enough for Lordy so far. Disappointing. Obviously the fry is the slowest of the cars, but regardless, it's not been what Lordy's expected. You know, he got 16 championship points in the first race and 2 DNFs, so it's not what Lordy would have wanted. This Stephen and Callum Anderson are now out, so I don't know what happened to those guys, but never mind. The show goes on. So next up for Maxi Luca is TNR Zexa. Maxi Luca has got the pace, and as I said, I think he can get maybe 6th place. As Blizzard responds with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 39.3. What does Maxi do? Yeah, battling costs him a lot, 40.6. And Sterling picks up a time penalty, so let's keep on board with Maxi. No one else really close to each other further. Maybe Blizzard or Fishy and Bugatti could be the next ones to watch. So we'll go back on board with that in a second if things really close up. But yeah, let's stay on board with Maxi Luca actually. Is Fishy closing in as Maxi Luca looking to do the same move again? And he does make the move. Zexa gets out of it. So a great move there for Maxi. So let's go on board with Fishy. No, Blizzard actually. Let's go on board with Blizzard. Hitting the rev limiter and cannot get close enough. So let's go on board with Fishy then. Similar issue. Not enough range in those revs to really get further up the inside. So yeah, not close enough as Stevens now out. So yeah, disaster for Stevens, Sterling as well. But yeah, as it stands, it's going to be JTEX. Going to be the new champion. Is it close enough? No. Fishy close enough? No. Zexa and Maxi. Oh, a bit of a switchback from Zexa up the inside. Stunning stuff from TNR Zexa. Beautiful. Beautiful from Zexa. Maxi Luca. Shakes to get back ahead. So yeah, that was a great move from Zexa. Mugs Maxi off there, but Maxi was having none of it. Cuts the corner. And yeah, couldn't swallow his pride there. Had to cut the corner. Yeah, and then to this penalty there for Maxi. Should have just gained the position. You lose more time doing that. So yeah, a great move there from Sexa, but yeah, Maxi cuts the corner. So let's go back on with this man. CRG Blizzard. Fast slap from Lickle. So interesting. So look at the top guys. Alfie is a second slower a lap. So let's go on board with Alfie. Has Alfie got better damage? Because his pace is just nowhere. Very surprising to see Alfie at this pace. As Blizzard picks up a penalty, crucial. What about further down, Lord P10? Zexa, disastrous for him. He's definitely got some problems, big problems for TNR Zexa. A man, you know, a day late and $1 short for TNR Zexa. You have to say, the top 3 pace is outstanding. About 7/10 to a second quicker than any other driver on track. So what can Blizzard do in the McLaren? Closing in on Lickle is CRG Blizzard, the 2-time F1 champion. Widely regarded as one of the best drivers on the site, certainly one of the best. Top 2 in the last couple of games. So what can the young man do? The joint youngest world champion in PSGL F1 history. Joint with obviously Ash Best. So what can Blizzard do in P3? Currently 3 turns behind Lickle. Both of them closing in slowly on Shay, but Shay is far enough ahead to really just manage the gap and not worry about the guys behind Fishy as well. Showing some great pace, closing in on Bugatti, but can't get close enough. Obviously no DRS. And of course, it's fair to say that this was the race that really made F1 FIA implement DRS when Fernando Alonso could not overtake Vitaly Petrov, which ultimately was one of the reasons he lost the title, of being unable to overtake. So yeah, DRS, a welcome introduction given the amount of dirty air and how difficult it is to make overtakes. But of course, it's fair to say in the 29 cars, that overtaking maybe it's a little bit too easy given the DRS and the DRS combination, but ironically it's actually better to sit in behind rather than overtake. Certainly on F1 2017 it was always best to make the move when you could, because overtaking a slipstream was non-existent. So anyway, enough flabbing and bullshitting. Let's turn our attentions to the top 3. As it stands, J6 will be the PSGL Modern Champion here in Abu Dhabi, with Bugatti finishing 2nd in the championship and Lickle finishing 3rd. So that is how it's going to stand, but you know, a mistake from Jay could throw it all away. That's what's great about racing. Anything can happen, and anything does happen. What is F1 spelled backwards, or what does it say? Yeah, what? Yeah, if, isn't it? So yeah, that's what Maury Walker used to say anyway. So Fishy, let's see what Fishy's doing. 2 tenths behind. So yeah, down to 11 runners, which is at 10 runners really, because obviously Jolion and Manu disconnected from the lobby due to his pound man connection. But yeah, Bugatti's pace has been very poor. Surprising really. But maybe the track's more of a wheel track in these cars. I'm not too sure, but I say it's a wheel track. Danger Texas on a pad, but it doesn't really have the pace of Lickle and Blizzard, it's fair to say. But it doesn't matter, because Danger Tex looks set to be the inaugural champion of the world. So yeah, 39 from Fishy. Maybe a chance just to listen to some onboards. Let's go on board with the champion-elect, Danger Tex, and just listen to the V8 engine, just for a short while. Yeah, so who else would have seen the V8s back in Formula 1? Formula obviously not really road relevant anymore, but the sound is just beautiful. Obviously we saw it in the first event, or the first week of the event. We had the V10s from 2004 and they were just even better. So brings back some good memories. Obviously my first game league racing was F1 2010, and I did drive Ferrari in my first league race. I drove this car in my first ever league race about 9 years ago. So yeah, no, time does fly when you're having fun, I guess. So yeah, good to see Lordy in my first ever car, and yeah, a beautiful Ferrari F10. So anyway, forget them. Fishy, can he get close enough to Bugatti for P4? As Fishy picks up a time penalty, that's going to ruin his chances. As Maxi Lucas closed up to the experienced 3 gloves to P6. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Fishy right behind. That looks to be the main battle on the final. Also, Maxi Luca, I think, will overtake 3 gloves just given the superior straight line speed advantage he has over 3 gloves' Red Bull RB6. Also sees Brain and Cashman also in. So yeah, Maxi Luca's got the move done. Beautiful for Maxi, one of the drivers of the race once again. It's a shame he can't qualify because his race pace is stunning. So you'll see Fishy versus Bugatti. Bugatti goes defensive. Fishy on the outside. Bugatti moves back onto the racing line and covers off beautifully. A bit of a lock up there from Fishy, but no harm done. So yeah, Maxi Luca and 3 gloves. Maxi's got the position, so Maxi's got it sewn up, it seems. Fishy and Bugatti side by side. Fishy on the inside. Bugatti. Bugatti and Fishy side by side up the inside. Can he make the move done round the outside, I wonder? Fishy's up to P4. Oh, that is disgusting driving from both drivers. Disgusting. I mean, that's not what you want to see. You want to see clean, fair racing, and Bugatti very frustrated and has now lost position. But anyway, this man, Jay Jatex, the man from Wales, a former F2 champion. He's been consistent. He's been great. And for McLaren, in the twilight of the Abu Dhabi, Jay Jatex, champion of the world, takes the win here in Abu Dhabi with Bugatti DNFing once again. So yeah, Jay Jatex will be champion of the world, finishing in first place. Lickle gets second, and I believe that may move him up into the runners-up spot. But Bugatti will score points. Blizzard is third. 3 gloves is fourth. Maxi's a great fifth. Once again, Maxi Luca, I mean, I'll give him my driver of the day again, I think. Absolutely stunning. Driver of the day, where is it? Position change. Up 14, yeah, what a man. What a man. Cashman could sit, CC, Fishy, then Bugatti will get some points, and Lordy as well in P10. So a great job there from those guys, and congratulations to Jay Jatex. So well done. Let's go on board with him. Jay Jatex, champion. Well done to Jay. Stunning stuff from Jay Jatex. Now the man doesn't speak. So yeah, well done to Jay Jatex on a super victory, which is good to see. And we've got, yeah, Lordy finishing in P9 and Joel in P10. So yeah, well done to Jay Jatex on the championship. You know, a very prestigious championship and a thoroughly deserving world champion. So we have it, the champion. A deserving champion, Jay Jatex, the inaugural Classic Modern Champion. Champion of the world. So, yeah, well done to Jay. And a bit of a fun event. A shame, you know, it's got a bit spoiled in that final race. Some of the driving was a little bit suspect, but obviously tensions were running very high for a lot of people. So there we have the result, and it will be Jay Jatex in the title, and we'll have the final signs confirmed on the PlayStationGL Twitter and all that jazz later. But yeah, well done to 3 gloves as well on a great P4. Maxi Luca also, you know, stunning as always. So there we are. Jay Jatex is the champion. Well done to him, and well done to everyone else. But for now, that will be the end of this stream. We'll be back tomorrow night with the Mon Grand, Zexa and Lewis for F6 pre-season. Then we start the season officially next week with FP on Tuesday around Bahrain. So thank you everyone for the support. Make sure you like, subscribe and all this good stuff, and yeah, keep supporting PSGL. as always. So yeah, until next time, goodbye.